Kindly mention your name, your designation, and let me know what is this think tank seminar on demographic dynamics all about.
I'm Ngone Diop. I'm the director of the ECA Sub-Regional Office for West Africa. We're based in Ngone, Niger, and from there we cover the 15 West African countries. This seminar is, the theme of the seminar is bridging the gap between research and policy toward accelerating demographic dividend in West Africa. It is based on the standpoint that there are many research on demographic dividend, many research on population issues in West Africa and even in Africa. But the missing link is the translation of the research outcome into policy action for result and impact. Most of the time, you will see that the policy the research are well done, they can be disseminated, so on and so forth. Everybody may know about it, but the extent to which the outcome of the research inform policy choices to actually address demographic issues and pave the way for harnessing demographic dividend is really very, very limited. The pace and the path of that process is actually very slow. So the whole idea and the value proposition of the seminar is to bring researcher and policymaker, so to create a platform through which they can engage each other, they can reflect on the issue, i.e. the issue of how they can work together more effectively, synergistically, seamlessly, to be able, first, number one, before even they start the conceptualization of the research, they actually speak to each other so that the research itself is policy oriented. The research itself is action oriented, is actionable. If the conceptualization of the research involve right from the beginning, involve those who will actually use the research for policy change, then the whole process, which I call the value chain of the research, which is the whole step of the value chain of the research and the research action, will be smooth. Member state, it will create a kind of policy uptake. You will have member states who are familiar with this and they know first what the research is about, they will follow up, they are kept informed, and when the research is done, the outcome will be used to inform policy change, which is extremely important. And that's the gap we have seen, and we have seen it through the survey we've done, a very comprehensive survey, which analysis provides us insight into what are the factors, what are the underlying factors that actually prevent that connection, that engagement between researchers in demographic dynamic for development and the policymakers who actually are responsible to addressing the issue of demographic throughout the 4 pillars. So that's the value proposition of this seminar. The seminar has brought together researchers in demographic dividend, in economic planning, in the economic of demography, and of course policymaker. Those are director from the Ministry of Planning, those are director in charge of demographic dividend. They are also director of National Observatory of Demographic Dividend in different countries in West Africa. They are researchers who are well known, savvy researchers who have done a lot, have investigated the relationship between population, the structure of our population in West Africa, in Africa, and the extent to which such useful population can actually be turned into development, economic development. What does it take to invest in the 4 dimension of demographic dividend? How actually should we go about it? The whole issue of connecting the research and policymaker. So they are here, researcher and the policymaker, and they are speaking the same language. They are trying to reflect further about, the how, about which methodology, which narrative shift they have to adopt to moving this agenda forward. So we're happy to be partnering with the regional, the Bureau of Studies, regional studies for population of the University of Ghana, but also the regional population reference bureau, which is a regional body, and we know the experience and the work done by the University in Ghana and RIPS are really critical to informing, to providing insight into the issue we're addressing. The same with the reference bureau because of its mandate. And ECA as ECA, we are the development arm of the United Nations on the continent. We have done immense research, be it in demographic dividend, be it in structural transformation, and be it in connecting demographic dividend with structural transformation. Understanding the linkages is critical to paving the way for, advancing the agenda for structural transformation, the agenda for boosting our continent, the agenda for ensuring that the continent that is endowed with numerous mineral and natural resources and also human resources can actually move forward and quickly to transform itself, to be able to eradicate poverty, to be able to address insecurity, human insecurity, to be able to really having an agenda for change, that can create wealth, that can create economic growth that is inclusive, that is transformative, that is sustainable. This is the kind of expectation from this very, very important seminar.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.